This is a reading of Jeshua, the birth of love on earth, channeled by Sitara. Dear friends, I am Jeshua, your friend and your brother, and a kindred spirit. I am not other than you, for I am in you. On earth, I was the bearer of a new energy, of the vibration of the heart consciousness that is now awakening on a grand scale. The heart consciousness in you is becoming increasingly palpable. I am the living voice of heart consciousness, here and now, which is why I am not someone other than you. I am in you. You know me because you have already heard the call of the heart. You cannot live with and in a consciousness based on fear, on struggle, and an ongoing fight for survival, and on emotional poverty. The heart consciousness that you all reach out toward, and of which I was an early representative, is directly connected to your soul. It is essentially a consciousness that is born from the coming together of the soul and the human. Heart consciousness, or love, also exists outside the earthly sphere, but it is only in being human, with all its peaks and valleys, that heart or soul consciousness, love, takes on a form. Love is a unique energy, the only energy that can encompass and simultaneously treat as equal both the light and the dark. In love, there is always a deep understanding of what is human, and a deep acceptance of what that means. For example, what it is like to really love another person. If you truly feel love for someone, then you accept both the light and dark sides of that person. You see the mixture, the play of light and shadow in the other, both the fears with which they struggle and also the beautiful, pure qualities in that person, and you accept this entire power play of opposites. You are not just in love with the light and the other. No, you see their entire being, and that is what you want to live with. Nor is love desirous of change. It fully accepts what is and is satisfied with what is. Love is therefore an energy of fullness. Everything is good, just as it is. I see your beauty, even though you struggle with pain or fear, anger or resistance. Love sees through it all. Therefore, love is not an energy that is within duality. It is an energy that transcends duality and can therefore encompass light and dark at the same time. This is the consciousness that wants to be born on earth at this time. First of all, through all of you as unique individuals. Love is not a value that can be imposed from above. It is a living, warm, conscious energy that wants to become established here on earth. Love is born in the fusion of your soul with being human. In love, you come home. You experience the safety you have missed for so long. Almost all people on earth lack a basic sense of security. How can you develop yourself, be yourself as it is called, when you lack a basic sense of safety? This creates a void and an isolation in your heart, and as a result, you feel estranged from security, from a sense of safety and belonging. This sense of isolation or rejection creates a great amount of turmoil in you, and so it has become an aspect of being human to seek a way out of solitude and alienation by reaching for external sources of safety. Acquiring property and possessions, being successful, establishing a career, knowing people, and having many friends. But these can be all outer manifestations of an inner lack. Relationships, family, there are many outer structures in the human world that help to hold off that feeling of inner emptiness, that lack of essential security. Society, as it is today, is driven by that basic sense of insecurity, hence the chasing after more, the unrest, the searching, the setting of goals and pursuing them. But if that emerges out of a deep sense of insecurity and lack, it will never be really filled. There will always be that inner void that haunts you, that feels like a gaping wound. Everything that fills it up seems to be temporary, always fading, never permanent. Therefore, all the external goals you set, even when they are lofty and idealistic, cannot really awaken your heart consciousness if you have not first experienced connection with your own soul, with that which has created you, with that of whom you are the outer manifestation. That outer manifestation, that is you, right here, right now, your body and your personality, which were shaped by your genes, by your family history, and by the country where you were born in its culture. All these factors make you who you are. But in the end, there is an origin of all these elements, and that origin is outside time, outside your personality, and that origin is your soul. Feel the reality of your soul. First of all, feel the mystery of it. Feel that you do not understand what it is. It is there, even though it escapes every mental concept and all its categories. Ask for an image. Who or what is my soul? See if a spontaneous image comes to you. Imagination or visual thinking often surpasses the mind and therefore can say more than words. Feel within yourself. I am a mystery. There are continual thoughts in me, sensations and emotions which come and go, yet there is also something in me that perceives all this. There is a spaciousness inside me that includes the light and the dark, the positive and the negative thoughts, the emotions, all of it. There is something in me that holds it all together. Feel within yourself. I am a mystery. Everything I do and everything I think I am, despite the outer form, cannot contain what I am. Feel that you are independent and free of all that. Something in you is so much greater than your earthly personality, greater than what you have been told, greater than what you have taken in from your surroundings. Call up that free, independent being in you. Summon your soul. It wants nothing more than to join you. The soul is mysterious, but not abstract. The soul is very present, has clear goals, is very concrete and focused. But you are often lost, cast out into a world that is unfamiliar with the soul, that denies mystery, a world that wants to explain everything with words through theories and rules and laws. Yet the soul wants to come down into this world. It wants to inspire you. Feel the power of your soul. Your soul is also connected to your body. Were it not for your soul, you would not be breathing. You would not be alive. You were not born of a seed or an egg. You are born of a divine power, of a divine will, and so you are a part of that divine power and that divine will. Feel how powerful and beyond words is your origin. Imagine it before you as a source of sparkling and fresh clear water that flows through you. You can think of it as a shower, or you can imagine sitting in a mountain stream and feeling the clear water flowing around and through you. The water reminds you of your origin, and that you are independent and free from all worldly, restrictive ideas. Feel that you are young, no matter what your age. Feel again your youthfulness. There was a discussion today about the inner child. The child symbolizes the eternal youth of the soul. The deepest desire of the soul is to always live, to discover, to experience, to become aware of the divine in itself in every way, and to reveal itself to you and to others. The deepest impulse of the soul is joy, and joy belongs to youth and spontaneity. Move back into the realm of the soul. Let yourself be touched by the living water, that source within you. Throw all the fatigue and negativity you have experienced recently into the water and let all that simply wash away. Become young again. It is your destiny to be young. The idea of getting old is a fiction, something that was conceived by humans. Life is an ongoing cycle of growth and rebirth. Anything that is old and can die is not essential to you. Remember that within you, you once felt completely free, independent, powerful, and, at the same time and because of that, so secure, so connected to the whole and free to explore, to investigate. After all, you never really left home, left your source. You are not really alone, lonely, or rejected. As soon as you feel the living light within you, you will remember this. It is natural to feel this way, not something you have to acquire through all kinds of courses, trainings, or workshops. Feeling your inner light is the most natural thing there is. The fact that you often do not feel this way shows just how incredibly unnatural the energies are in this often fear-based reality. But you are here to change that. By listening to the voice of your soul, you create change. First of all, for yourself, because you come into a deeper connection with your spontaneity and your individuality. And at the same time, this connection has a real effect on the world around you, without your having to be a participant in that world, and without your intending to have an effect. So focus on yourself. Listen, remember that freedom is in you and also security. The voice of your soul is like music. Music can bring you back to your center in a few moments, back to truth, to clarity. This is how you recognize the voice of the soul. You can calm down inside and know again, oh yes, that's the way it is. It is simple, the soul is not complicated. I want to tell you something about your destiny on Earth at this time. I spoke at the beginning about heart consciousness, of which I was an early representative, and that is now starting to awaken more and more. That is why we are here. There is a cry in your hearts, and that is why I am here. I, and many with me, are deeply involved in the changes on Earth. Human consciousness, the collective or mass consciousness, has stalled, and people have become stuck. The Earth, as a whole, is threatened by the disrupting of the balance in nature, of the unity of all life. People are yearning for change, for a new beginning. You can sum it up this way. Humanity longs for love, and change is born of love. And you are the ones who come to bring something new. From the depth of your heart, from your understanding of what it is like to be human, you come to bring a consciousness that transcends duality. What do I mean by that? I am saying this to you as well as addressing it to a group of souls who, for many lifetimes, have been deeply committed to the transformation of human consciousness. And by that, I mean the transcending of fear and struggle. Many of you have been disappointed in life on Earth and feel distraught. You experience that your own natural energy does not match that of the world around you. This is one of the causes of your sense of feeling rejected and your loneliness, your feeling of not belonging and fitting in, your sense of being different. But it is from that place that you are able to judge this worldly reality, which is exactly what you did. I am here also to talk about past lives. You have been on Earth trying to bring the light into the dark, although your input often was rejected. Your commitment to the light you wanted to bring was not sufficiently seen and heard, and you were even condemned or punished for being a light worker. This has caused trauma in your heart and mind, making it difficult for you to now connect with this world. I speak to those who feel and experience this trauma and who are struggling to spread their wings, to truly feel their inspiration and to follow it on Earth. This is a time of much needed change. You are now called to show yourselves, and not through struggle, not through duality, but through the voice of love. The very first, and actually the only step you have to take, is to free yourself. Then you can hear the music again, the song of your own soul, and follow the joy of your desires, that of which others might say, "That can't be done. You are foolish. It doesn't fit in." Have faith. Dare to walk off the beaten path. Dare to show your light through what you say and you do, through your eyes and your voice. Be yourself, which, in fact, you already are. Everything you talk about, enlightenment, elevation of your vibration, purification, is already in you. It is just covered over by fear. It takes courage to be different in order to prepare for the new. But that is essentially the purpose of your soul, to believe in being different. That connects you to your soul, to the living source. Do not succumb to the laws of fear, coercion, and adaptation. Hold on to your originality. That is love, the fusion of the soul and human in you. A loving human spreads light, but does not do so through persuasion or preaching, or through being an activist. There is indeed a profound, active impulse in loving, but it happens peacefully. You have become peacemakers. You no longer have to fight for the light. You are here to be at peace with yourself and to accept yourself. From there, light radiates outward that will touch and change this earth, as well as the people and institutions around you. Love melts things, softens, eliminates barriers. Feel the love that is already in your heart. Feel the flame in your heart. Feel how all the lack, all the fear disappears. Now focus very deeply on that flame in your heart, that heart consciousness that has long been yours. Sink with your consciousness entirely into the light in your heart. Your energy field is pure. The water has washed away everything that keeps you away from yourself. As a result, the light in your heart, the flame, shines brightly throughout your entire body and energy field. Feel the warm light of your heart. You are not alone. That is an illusion. You are connected to deep and great forces that are much stronger and greater than those born out of fear and restrictive laws. You are much freer than you think. Allow your soul to sink into your heart, for the soul brings joy, light, lightheartedness, playfulness. The soul is a young child, joyful, spontaneous, and that all belongs together. Now ask yourself, what can I do in my life? Something concrete that supports this soul stream. What helps you? Joy, playfulness, creativity, experiencing abundance? Everything in you, everything in your life, including the forces around you, your guides and helpers, want to support and encourage you to connect with your soul. And if you stumble for a moment, that is okay. There are always gentle hands around you to help you up again. There is so much respect for you and for what you do here on Earth. You are a bringer of the new, and that requires courage and perseverance. You have been through so much fear, but we are always there for you. And if you temporarily no longer hear the voice of your own soul, we will sing it to you. Finally, connect with the earth through your feet. Go there with your attention. Feel the living earth through the floor of this room and know that she is alive. The earth is alive. There is nothing dead in your reality. Everything is alive. The earth is animated. Matter is vibrant. Earth welcomes you. She wants to experience and support the light of your soul. Truly, there are so many forces around you who want each of you to flourish as individuals and be happy. Believe in the power of the earth, in the power of heaven, and trust it. I welcome you all, and I love you all. I am not separate. We are one.